So recently I turned 25 years old, and this is what I did for my birthday. I made Sean wake up at 6 a.m. to drive about an hour south to Big Sur. We decided to hike the Sykes Hot Spring Trail, which would bring us about 10 miles into the Ventana Wilderness, not realizing that the weather was going to be against us most of the trip.
Pine Ridge!
Pine Ridge! Whoop, 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 whoop. Hi.
There's a lot of poison oak on this trail. Or touch it. Just kidding. Haha. It's raining.
Yeah,
a little bit.
A little bit raining.
It's not bad though.
Sean has sugar.
Sean is eating sugar.
I feel like it's important to do these kinds of things for your birthday. It's a great reminder that your body is not always going to be young and this healthy.
We're gonna end up down at that level again.
25 is kind of deceiving though, because you spend the last couple years of your life essentially what would be considered a kid in most people's eyes, and you still might be seen as a kid at 25. But I think most people, including myself, started living on their own several years ago. So I've had a couple years of this adulting experience, and it's kind of hard. I have to cram trips like these into very short weekends. And because of this, I don't always get to choose the perfect time of year or the perfect date to be going on these adventures. In this case, those consequences mostly came in the form of very cold water crossings, and over 6 of them. We did come prepared with the right gear, and in that case, these things aren't so bad. You have a little bit of freezing water, and so what? You'll survive.
It's like pins and needles.
Yeah, the second one hurts more. But we did it. That was fun.
We did it. But I think there's more.
Okay, we'll key back in.
This actually ended up being a positive for us because we're using this as a trip to test all of our new gear.
We just crossed the second river crossing and it was so cold. My feet are so incredibly cold right now. Sean is still walking across, but I can't really feel them. So I'm just waiting to warm up before we go up this big hill.
Now, if you're asking the right questions,
Hello.
You might be wondering what we're testing our new gear for, and to that, I will leave a surprise. Instead, let's skip a couple hours into camp. This was a very busy weekend for Sykes, despite there being a lot of rain, which made pitching this brand new tent kind of embarrassing.
The instructions here. What you're going to do is you're going to stake out one short side of the fly.
So in the past, we've used freestanding tents, which means that we bring poles with us into the backcountry. Today, we're trying out our first trekking pole tent, which is a couple pounds lighter than a traditional one, but it is a little bit complicated to pitch if you've never done it before. It's all in reverse, so it goes fly, tent, and then ground sheet.
You have to show the outside too.
After setting up camp for about an hour, it was time to explore the hot springs.
Today we're in Big Sur. We are hiking Sykes Hot Spring, which was really, really difficult to find. We ended up going through all these overgrown areas and getting super lost, went up a hill, got down the hill, and then finally made our way to the actual hot springs, which was like a 10-minute walk from the campsite that we set up.
It was much easier than the route we attempted, which was like the wrong direction.
We've got to cross the river again, which we've done a million times, and it's freezing cold, but it's all because we can't find the path to get to the hot springs. Arch nemesis right now, the creek. It's freezing cold. But it was lovely. There's one hot spring that's beautiful, and then the rest of them are kind of like
The offshoots.
holes, yeah, that people started building so that we could share the sulfur leak, basically. Then we hiked 10 miles, and we're gonna hike 10 more to get out. And that's
Hell
it.
yeah. What? What? It's raining.
It's raining. Sean's asleep.
Despite trying to get an early start, we didn't wake up until 9 o'clock. To add an extra layer of complication, it rained pretty much all night. Now, usually this would be something that would completely ruin a trip, but I actually think that this is great. It gave us the opportunity to really test whether or not our new tent was going to withstand the weather, and it did, thankfully. And despite my love for a morning coffee in the woods, it was time to head out. I heard someone recently call this weekend maxing, and although the term sounds pretty trendy, I actually think it's pretty accurate to what we do. These shorter trips allow us to really prepare for some of our longer term goals. And I mean that both financially and physically.
Underpacked heavily. Not heavily, but we underpacked heavily-ish for food.
Peanut butter jelly lunch tomorrow as dessert for tonight.
And then just like hauling ass tomorrow and like doing all the 10 miles just straight and not stopping for lunch.
Yeah, that was a 0 out of 10 decision from previous us. Next time, caloric input and output will be taken into account before we go out.
So I'm way ahead of Sean, and I'm at this beautiful viewpoint. We're so close, and I'm so hungry. We're out of food, the view in question.
Fortunately for us, this is just the beginning of so many more trips. I just recently moved back towards the mountains, and I am finding every opportunity to get outside and, more importantly, prepare for some much bigger excursions.
Wow. What are we about to do?
We have one big ass uphill, and then
Food! Food. Finder's Trail.
Oh,
that tastes earned.
that tastes interesting. I got grapefruit juice. Kind of forgot what grapefruit tastes like. I like
It's
it.
super sour.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
It doesn't taste like a fresh grapefruit though.